Hello! Yeah, about that. I have some explaining to do. So, from a regular tech geek who makes tutorials to a brony, and now a furry? What? How the heck did that happen? And what next for this channel and me? Um, Let me explain. Okay, so story time. Where it all began. It was just me, your normal kind of guy, who loves to just play games, being genuinely curious and being geeky with tech and stuff. I was a big fan of games like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, and Klonoa. So, I also love watching cartoons when I was a kid and even when growing up, huh? So, just like Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Eden and Eddie, okay, and Foster's Home, Chowder, also that. So it's one of the best. And even still to this day, even me, as a full grown as adult. So yeah, I prefer cartoons like Adventure Time, Wonder Over Yonder, over something else like a live action or whatever what that's called. Ah, Anyways, so because of me being unusual and odd for some in my past, so my past isn't really that great. And I always get, let's just say, bullied back in my elementary and high school days. And even my first year at college of a certain institution. So, let me give you a hint what that institution was. It was a rival where I currently work right now. Huh? So, more on about that in a bit. So because of that, I didn't have a lot of friends and I usually do everything by myself. Yes, I'm a loner. I do have friends, but it's few. Just someone close, but yeah, I'm mostly a loner. Some of my classmates back then only knows me if they needed something like repairing their laptops, PCs, phones, and other gadgets, which I was good at back in those days. I take it and I usually don't take any money, but I am very happy to receive some if they do give some, huh? It's just a few hundred or 200 Philippine pesos only. Not much, but still, money is money. I do build some good amount of friends with that, but yeah, mostly I'm still a loner because of my past experience. Okay, let's go 2012. All started at this fandom called what was that called again? Oh yeah, Bronies, which is basically a fan of My Little Pony, but specifically Generation 4 or also known as Friendship is Magic. Love that show, you guys. You should check it out if you haven't already. So around that time, a friend of mine on Steam earlier, so that was Nakrasan 11. If you do not know him, so you guys still remember those sack boys on cheese, my Little Big Planet memes back then. He was the creator of that. Huh? So I was his friend on Steam. I do not know if still active, but yeah. Anyways, so so this friend sent me a link to a stream about the season 2 finale of Friendship is Magic. So meet not knowing that show, I questioned him and asked, "What's this?" And he said, "My Little Pony. It's good." So then I said, "Dude, why the you watching this? Isn't this for girls?" So he then replied, "It's good. You might want to watch it with me." So I tried watching it, didn't get any context, and quit after a few minutes. Didn't bother looking at it back again, and I told my friend I didn't get it and I didn't like it, but it's cool. So fast forward to sometime in 2013, I encountered another instance of Bronies on social media. and got curious why the heck there is a lot of dudes watching this. And to add that, I also found out that my brother was watching Friendship is Magic at my back without me knowing. And I was like, what? So yeah, out of curiosity, I watched the first episodes. And at first, I was like, meh. But still got genuinely curious as to why people like that show. So I keep watching. And after just a few episodes, now I know why. It was really good. And I mean, really, really good. And the way how the show was written is very related to my life and my past experiences. So it was so good, in fact, that I even became a die-hard brony back then. So I also discovered good music from the fandom as well, like from The Living Tombstone, Forever Free Brony, Prince Whatever, Silva Hound, and this one, what you're currently listening to right now, From All Levels at Once. Damn, I miss that artist. Everything was good. The fan videos, animation, arts, music, and
What the fuck? Holy shit, dude, what's the matter? What happened? What's going on? There's so much.
claw. Okay, cut that out, Yamao. So, but yeah, I even contributed some cool stuff while on my stay at this Brony fandom. I even created my own pony Sona. So, in my later days po. So, this is how I learned to use Photoshop. Lol. So, the Brony fandom really changed my life. So, my personality and how I look things. So I even made a bunch of friends from the fandom itself. And even today, we're still in touch. So if you guys are watching this, you know who you are. Even after graduating college and work as an IT person and part-time instructor at STI, it is still a part of my profession and people don't mind it actually. It was pretty cool to them seeing someone with that kind of personality to them. So even if it was kind of weird at first, so it really helped me develop who I am and my skills right now, even to this day. So I would still like to thank that show and the fandom itself for how it truly changed my life. And a lot considering my somewhat dark past. Now, in those times on my stay at the Brony fandom, other than Bronies, I also heard another fandom, Furries. So I do not know what that was, what they were, never bothered looking at them at first, but what I do know back then is that they are weird as. And I always thought that these are just people who act like animals to me. I didn't like it, hated the idea, never bothered, and mostly on the Brony fandom, I know back in those days didn't like them as well. And we usually don't associate bronies with furries. So it's a different fandom. But now, for bronies is just, let's just say, a subgenre of the furry fandom. So and basically there's a joke na bronies are just diet furries after the show ended. Anyways, so fast forward to 2020 and we all know what happened. Everyone was in their home, lockdown, no work. And everyone is scared of this thing called corned beef 19. Yes, I meant corned beef because I do not want to call it the actual thing. So it was scary and we needed to do something to avoid catching one at all costs. Hence the lockdown. It made our life boring, depressing, and scared the crap out of us. But it's a must to protect ourselves. So during these times, I was just casually browsing social media again and looking for things to do as I wanted to make some content on my channel as I was really running out of ideas. Hence the hiatus. Um, if you notice, um, there's a very few activity on this channel until just recently when I upload shorts. But yeah, so again, I wanted to make some content on my channel. But then, this furry stuff started to creep into my feed. How did that happen? So maybe is it because Friendship is Magic is already dead or ended few months ago on that time? So in case you forgot, Friendship is Magic officially concluded 2019. So 2020 there's no Friendship is Magic. So there's other My Little Pony animation or series on the works at those times, but we all know what happened next. So that is very sad. So okay, anyways, so because Friendship is Magic is dead, some of the Brony creators I know started to move to the furry fandom because I do know some. I still don't know at first, and I didn't seem to care that much. But yeah, later on, I saw some furry art on Twitter and DeviantArt, and I was like, hey, this is cool. Uh, Let me favorite that. But still, I prefer ponies over this. So I also heard some music from the fandom as well, and they're somewhat really good. But still, I'm not considering myself to be a furry at this point yet. So, as for games, yeah, I did play some that was considered furry, just like Undertale, and even made a joke about it for Spyro back then. So back in 2018, Spyro Reignited was announced, and I saw the art, the screenshot of the game, some screenshots, I mean some arts, and my inner childhood was screaming as fuck. Like, he's very happy. I mean, I'm super happy because Spyro was one of my favorite video game series back then when I still have my PlayStation 1. So I'm very happy when Reignited was actually announced and the art was shown how they remastered the game. It was so good. Like, it's basically a furry's ultimate wet dream. So I was just joking that the game is basically a wet dream of a furry because I mean, look at this. Look at those elder dragons. They're hot. And the bosses, oh my god. And Elora, oh my god. Ang ganda. Then look at that. Whoa. Yeah. Okay, enough of that. But still, I didn't think about it until I played this one weird ass of a game called Bug Snacks. So this game is basically like Pokemon. So I don't know actually. So I haven't played Pokemon on my childhood, lol. But I do know the concept. So where you catch these creatures called bug snacks and you feed it to these Grumpuses to transform parts of their bodies or their whole body to something what they just ate. It's literally you are what you eat. Well, you know what they say. You are what you eat. So, so the concept is very weird. And I love it. So games should be like this, and it's really fun. So if you haven't played that game, it's just get it on Steam. It's not that expensive, and it's very funny actually. Yeah. So I also played Deltarune, and oh boy, that game is so good. I mean, yeah, I came from Undertale, but didn't expect how good Deltarune was also. So ayun. And damn, about the game. Ralsei, gotta love that goat. I'm a big fan. So, by around that time, I appreciated a lot of this stuff from the furry fandom. But still, despite all of that, I still don't consider myself as a furry. I do like it. Really love the idea. I really love it. But I still ain't a furry. But I might consider. Maybe if I do get a lot of interest with this fandom. So, let's forward a bit back to 2022. After post-COVID lockdown bad experiences, I decided to move campus where I work. So, I still work at STI, but I just moved to a different campus where it's actually near where I live. So, this particular campus, while you're another STI school, this one is very special to me. So, as this where I got introduced to multimedia arts students, and this somewhat mattered to me. Why? Despite being an IT person and a BSIT major degree holder, and also taking masters, a masters in information technology. So basically I stopped. I stopped for now, but I will continue my master study very soon. Um, anyways, so because of the Brony fandom really did introduce me to arts, this might be very interesting to me. So, our program head, hi ma'am, if you're watching this, hello. So, gave me a teaching load for handling two sections of multimedia art students. And it's for video editing and post-production techniques. So, since I'm somewhat good at editing with Premiere Pro by that point, I shared my knowledge to them. How to handle things, gave lectures, and yes, it went really smooth. I love it. So, I can also be related to the students as well. As what jokes, memes, and pop culture references I knew and gave them to them and mentioned it. So they really do know this as well, and we all get a good laugh at it. Unlike my BSIT students where if I told them the same thing, they don't either get it or just like laugh a bit so I don't get embarrassed. Seriously. This is why I really love teaching and interacting with our multimedia art students. I really felt like I'm at home here when I moved to this campus. So, I love it. Seriously, why did I miss this? Why I didn't came to this campus before? So, this campus also introduced me to digital arts. So, as we have these drawing displays for our BMMA students to use and draw stuff. So, a fellow instructor, let's just call him Sir Triple G. Hi, sir. If you see this video, hello. Show me these drawing displays and let me use it when I visit the campus and entered our BMMA computer lab for the first time. It was fun and I thought it was really cool. So, but at the time, I still really don't know how to draw. So I did draw some pony stuff back then. But it's not really a drawing, it's just a test of this Huyon H420 I got earlier. So, just for shits and giggles, I made this. It's not considered art, but damn, I really laughed a lot while making this. So, you be the judge about the drawing. Anyways, a few months later, I got hired by our school as a computer lab facilitator. And yes, I also manage our BMA computer lab. So I can teach as a part-time instructor as well as what I really intend when I move campus. So I hold two positions at SDI. So computer lab facilitator and a part-time ICT faculty. So I do not want a full-time faculty position because um I just only teach for fun actually, and it's very enjoying for to me. Huh? So yeah. So I can still teach part-time as what I intend. So I still have no interest in drawing, but I do like the idea. So maybe around 2 months later, I tried drawing a video game character. I know, for fun on this tablet. And here it is. My first proper digital drawing. It looks really weird because I just eyeballed Hupo, this art of Hupo at that time. But hey, a drawing is a drawing despite how it looks. I feel so proud of this. A few months later, I drew another character again, but this time it's Ralsei because I'm a huge fan of him. It's basically a sketch of this photo I took when Deltarune chapter came out. Yes, that's Ralsei holding a banana, referring to the Queen's potassium joke. So, after that, I didn't draw again for quite a while because I don't have any idea what to draw next. And my skills aren't even that good to begin with. Now, at these times, I'm starting to notice more and more furry content stuff slowly creeping on social media sites I use. So, this includes Twitter and Facebook and also YouTube for some reason. So, mostly art again, and they're quite really good. Still, not considering myself a furry. At the time, I also found this gem, Night in the Woods. It's basically a game about a young adult cat named May Borowski who drops out of college and returns to her hometown, unexpectedly seeing changes alongside with her friends. So it's basically a game about existential crisis, mental illness, and what it feels like to be helpless. It's a really good game and you should try it if you haven't already. I'm quite mad why I didn't know this game before, especially in times where I really need it. So, after playing this game, really got amused and searched for more stuff about it and the fandom. Saw some great arts and music, and they're really good. And got the vibe of the game. I love this. So I appreciate it a lot. Now, at now, I'm starting to more and more appreciate these kinds of works. So I also discovered by this time from Saber Sparks, wherein I was looking for something to watch or listen while doing something, a movie called Hayop Ka. So it's a furry movie made by Rocket Ship Studios, a local indie prod studio here in the Philippines. So I watched Saber's video about the film, got interested. So I watched it with our Netflix subscription, and oh boy, I was amazed. The film is just so funny and very related in many ways for us as Filipinos. So I know I'm not into romantic films, but oh boy, this takes the cake. It's so funny, like, and very hilarious. So if you haven't watched that movie, seriously, I recommend you doing so even if you're not a Filipino. It's just great and really worth it. I'm not even aware that animations like this exist here in the Philippines and even from an indie studio. It was way better than some well-known films here, which I'm not a fan of. I also discovered some great music that I really like. Once, I heard it played on my YouTube music randomly. So from Yonkagore, yeah. Hi, Yonka. I love your stuff. Kenny Young, Scratch 21, I become Verplex, and Whispers, and others. They're really good. So I mean, they're very, very good. It makes me happy to see things like this because it's just so cool. I do not know why I didn't discover this earlier. So far, everything related to this fandom that I've heard and saw were really good. The games, music, artwork, even the...
What the fuck? Holy shit, dude, what's the matter? What happened? What's going on? There's so much.
I appreciate a lot of this stuff. So it's really that good. And to top it off, I saw videos of people in fursuit. Oh my god. Oh, fursuits. And doing random stuff like for the memes and the dances. And just a whole group of furries in fursuit and in public. Oh boy, they are really cute and adorable. I already saw fursuits back in my days of the Brony fandom, but I don't really get it. But now, after seeing what this fandom can actually do, they're really nice. So, just in case you do not know, a fursuit is not your regular mascot costume. So, there's a difference between mascot and a fursuit. A mascot is basically, let's just say, associated to a brand. Like, for example, Jollibee. Like, ano pa ba? Ronald McDonald. Um, the Duolingo mascot. So, these are just mascot. Furries, however, fursuits, it's basically a creation of a Fursona made by a furry. So it's basically a physical embodiment of their Fursona. So again, they're really, really nice. So again, do not associate mascots with fursuits. Because they are, while similar, they are very different. Anyways, I also attended last year's PH Game Dev Expo. So it was my first time attending this kind of events where last time, even in my late Brony days, I weren't able to attend both PH PonyCon and C PonyCon that happened here in the Philippines last December 2019 for some stupid reasons, even if I already bought a ticket. Which is a shame since I didn't know at the time that that will be the last PonyCon event. That will be the last PonyCon event happening here in the Philippines. I'm kinda disappointed, to be honest. Anyways, years later, here goes PGDX, decided to attend this expo since I do love indie games and I myself teach game development to my students. So this will be a very interesting event to me. I also wanted to attend that event because I want to meet a friend that I met online and we already know each other for years. And I do know for the fact that he's on PGDX as well as a content creator. Lo and behold, we finally met. I can't believe it! I met Nick Droid personally, and he's a really cool guy! Yo, dude, shout out if you're watching this as well. We know each other since our early Brony days, but mostly on rhythm games, and we love playing this. Talked a bit. Also met Toshi. So Toshiyuki Doma. Hello. I also like to mention Kog, Chaos Page here, as well, and I did see him, but I didn't notice him earlier until it's too late. Lamaw. Anyways, I toured across the expo to see some other cool stuff as well. And then I saw this. Freddy Fazbear! Oh my god! That's one impressive fursuit. Oh my god. So now, I can't hold of myself from taking pictures with him. So yeah, I asked. And it's really fun doing these poses. I thanked him and that really made my day so much. So, new core memory unlocked. Oh yes. walked a bit more to see more stuff. And it's such a good event. Though didn't buy much as I don't have a ton of money on that time. I was broke. So before I left PGDX, I saw this art sticker expo just next to PGDX. So I checked it out. There are a lot of good arts as well. Bought some stickers and then this caught my eye. Oh my. Anyways, I left the event since it's almost time and my dad was waiting for me at Trinoma so we could go home together. I had a lot of fun on that day and it was a blast. Would love to visit again for this year's PGDX, which is happening actually this year from July 25 until 27, which is a good date to me. So I'm very happy with these dates. 2 days later, I had a lot of things to share. Since I held a game dev summer workshop here on our school, and I am the host, so we had a lot of fun, and I can see all my attendees that even though it can be hard for them to make a game, you can see they're clearly happy once they got their game and visual script to work. It's such a fun event, like very fun. So I just basically told them how to make an endless runner game, and ayan, even it's a very basic, it's hard for them, but still, once they see it working, it's very fun for them. So yeah, so there it goes. More content, more games, more music, more arts, and a lot of stuff are all coming from the furry fandom. I really liked it. I really loved it. More and more. So even shared a lot of good furry arts and music on my social media. Man, you gotta love it. Like, I mean, this stuff are really good. Oh my god. So, and a month later, there goes the realization that, well, I guess I may be a furry now then, considering how much I like all of this. So yeah, now from hating these furries into being a fan and now a furry itself. So yeah. So, funny thing, so there are some of our BMMA students who notice my social media feed full of furry art. And one of them asked if I am a furry. I told him, kinda, was a brony, but yeah, I'm a furry as well. So he was very happy and told his friends that they have a professor who was a furry, and I met some of the students who were part of the fandom as well. I'm very happy to know at least that I'm not the only one who was a furry in this school. Nabaw. So, this is why I love our BMMA students for how related we were. I'm so happy. I also met fellow furs from BSIT as well, but it's mostly BMMA students. So, because they're creative arts, in the exposure of this. So, it's mostly BMMA, but still, a furry is a furry. So, hi! So, a week later, we had a Teacher's Day event in our school. And we have this talent portion where we sing, and I am one of the contestants. And I was like, I wonder what to sing. If you really talk to me, I got used to having you around. Maybe any sleeper hour. Yeah, yeah, I sang that. So yeah, it's good. I didn't win, but one of the judges, which was our school administrator, really liked my performance, Labaw. And she said I was number one on her. Now, okay now, So, back to arts. Since I really like them now, I decided to push through with doing arts again. So, at the time, this time after making this piece for our B School's BMMA org Inktober event, had a theme named Anthropomorphic for day 28. So, this is the best I've made for 3 days. There are a lot of scrap arts of this, and I didn't bother to take a picture of it because it's really bad. I know October submission should be worked and done by that day, but I just want to submit something. Diba? Also, if you notice, this closely resembles my Pony-sona. The proportion is really weird, and it took a lot of reference to make this, but still, art is art, and I'm also new to this. Never I did traditional art and didn't expect this kind of result. It was really odd looking at first until I shaded it. So I would also like to tell you that I didn't know any shading techniques until first at so to I would also like to tell you that I didn't know any shading techniques at first until I remembered a former student of mine who gave a teaching demo, and now he's working with us. Hello, sir! So, about traditional drawing and some shading techniques. So, I tried applying what he said, and that gave it this good look despite sharp furs and odd features. Labaw. I'm so happy with the result. Submitted it to my Facebook feed, and a lot of people actually liked it. Oh my god, I'm so flattered. A day later, I asked our deputy school admin if I could borrow one of the drawing displays. We have our BMMA lab for the long weekend since I wanted to learn to draw while we're on long weekend or vacation. So he allowed me to do so. I packed it up before the day ends and took it home. Was thinking what to draw next as a practice. Then later, I saw a video on YouTube of fursuiters on a certain furry convention. So I checked it out, and lo and behold, I saw this gem. Oh my god, that is so cute. So tracked it down, and it's a Pomni fursuit by Shadestock. Found some good pics of Pomni on his Instagram and used that to draw this. I know it's an eyeball, but at least you gotta start from something. I really liked it and shared it to Shade as well, and told him that I use his photo as practice for my drawing. He responded, and thankfully he liked it. Thanks, bud. Hello. So a month later, I got my bro's iPad Air 1 because he's not using it anymore. I decided to install Procreate into this thing since I saw a lot of art videos lately that artists use this app to draw and how easy it was. So this is the first piece I draw with Procreate, and oh boy, I'm so proud of this even if Philbo looks really weird. A few days later, I drew this weird sketch of the silly cat, also known as the boy kisser, and then made this fan art of chicken nugget as well. I also made this fan art of the chill guy, which looks really odd to me, but oh boy, I enjoyed it and had a lot of good laugh after finishing it. I mean, look at that smile. It's something. I also made this fan art of PhantomNoah. This is where I experimented with backgrounds, but yeah, that head looks like a football to me. uh, Now, I really invested myself to do anthro or furry art now, as I really wanted to push through this hobby so much for a very long time now. So, to mark this, I decided to buy myself a drawing display. Was deciding to go either for a Huion Canvas 13 or the XP Pen Artist 13, as what a friend suggested that it's also good and a bit cheaper. So, I go for the latter. I bought the XP Pen Artist 13 second generation. It's a great tablet. It also came with this flyer where I can attend a basic tablet drawing class for free. So I did, registered, took a 3-day course, and oh boy, I learned a lot. They also offered a comprehensive 3-month drawing course for a fee, of course, but I decided to decline for now, despite they gave me a good offer. So I took the learn as you go approach and tried to practice at my own pace for at least 3 times a week and try to produce something for a particular week or month. As for my first proper drawing with this tablet, I made this fan art of Lolo from PhantomNoah 2. So the reference was a photo I took 3 years ago with my Lolo and Popka figure. I experimented with the backgrounds and with shading as well. And look, I'm so happy how it turned out. So I'm still actually using my iPad for drawing. So when we were attending a school event, got bored, and while I wait, I made another drawing again, but this time a fan art of Ramley from Indigo Park. Again, experimented with shadows and shading, and oh boy, I can't believe how much I improved. I mean, I was still newbie, but compare this to my early drawings. Oh boy, I'm so happy. Um, it was also at this time that I started to develop my own Fursona. So again, I browsed the internet, took some inspirations, and decided to make my Fursona a fox. So, why a fox? It's just because wolves are very common as Fursonas and
The fox, which is slightly less basic than the wolf, but still pretty common. People with fox personas share traits with the wolf, but they're a little more finicky. You probably have anxiety or trust issues, or both. Something tells me you're somewhat dainty. Maybe you never liked sports and preferred to watch from the sidelines. You probably hated gym class.
that's at least what she said. And the traits of a fox persona actually closely resembles me in real life. So yeah, a fox it is. After some sketches and oddballs, here's my persona. So meet Noah, a total tech nerd, teacher with a good heart, loves to share his thoughts, and can be a goofball sometimes. That's totally me! And it looks so much like me! He's so cute! But yeah, I'm very happy with this. And as I said, 2025 is such a great start with this journey. I also made some more art piece like this one, a Turbo Granny inspired artwork of my Sona. I also made my mom her own persona and she loves it so much. She actually commented that it doesn't look like a girl to her but close enough. And she asked, "Why a deer?" So I said, that's my first thought after seeing that picture on how I can anthropomorphize it. So I also made another art recently of my Sona as a warrior. So this is where I experimented again with the shading, lighting, some reflections, and shadows as well. And I think this is the best piece I've made so far. And I got a lot of positive feedback with this. Though, I'm still learning and wanted to improve even more with my drawing skills. So far, so good. Yeah. So, yeah. Where do we go from here and what will be the fate of this channel? Well, tech stuff will still continue as I still want to keep my tradition with cool tech and showcase some cool stuff I'm doing at work recently. Tutorials might still happen, but I'm trying out different approach for doing this kind of videos now as my old format of how I make tutorials clearly doesn't work with YouTube anymore these days. As for gaming, yes, I'll post some gaming content here. I might also regularly stream here either on YouTube or Twitch TV, but I'm still deciding. And And I might post regular vlog style videos. So I might also do drawing content and updates as well. How I improve and stuff. Oh, I also do TikTok and shorts as well. So keep that in mind. Don't forget about those. I have more plans and ideas in place right now on making new videos on my channel. And to spice things up, I commissioned someone to do some cool stuff for me. So whatever that thing is, you have to wait and I won't spoil you. So, you can see some clues in this video, whatever that was. But still, if you don't know that, oh, you have to wait and trust me, this will be very exciting. So, until then, thank you very much for staying with me. I also can't believe that we hit 3,500 subscribers. Now, despite this channel is being so dormant for quite a while, I actually lost my YouTube partnership because seriously, I really ran out of ideas to do and being so dormant for a real time now, for a long time now. But I'm trying to take that back, ha? So please, stay with me. So again, thank you very much for the support all of these years, ha? So, and yes, this is the first time I've made an update video this long. So, I still don't know how long this video is, but I mean, it's really, really long, and it is my first time doing this. So let me know if you appreciate it or not, huh? So if you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell so you can get notified right away if I upload a new video. Also, please consider checking me on my socials as I do post stuff there other than on YouTube. Huh? So that's all for now. Again, thank you so much for watching. So this is Noah signing out. Adios. Bye-bye.